What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is Mike LaBelle. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. If you have not hit the bell or the subscription button, hook that thing up, run up the algo. Today, we're talking team of the season drop. No, we're discussing path to glory. And if you believe this promo is better than team of the season, at least from an individual standpoint, each of those releases, there's not that much that's gonna compete. And this is just the initial. We got more on the way. As always, your opinions are on screen. I see you on Twitter, IG, comment section. We're into that. We like a little discussion. This is heating up. Not quite summer heat, but we're getting a little bit of that extra fuego. I still need to get a tan. I'm relatively pale. We're gonna give you the list, and this is maybe the most debatable and subjective player grouping that I've done thus far. So many of these players are interchangeable, and I try to take into consideration what I also feel the masses and the majority of the FIFA world would attach value and be very usable. Players that can plug and play. You better like the video. Criteria, we're looking at path to glory players only. Performance based, it's not about value. We'll do that with Yvonne later. Priority is included, which means I do take into consideration the value of maybe the position that the player is in the league and so forth. And this is not based on potential because there are upgrade possibilities here, but I can't guarantee those upgrades. So we're gonna talk about what we currently have. Delete. Did I mention this promo is strong? 94 overall. There is no wrongdoing. This is as if you had 17 children and now you're deciding who you love the most or who you love the least. You're ranking the love. That would be a great game show if you had 17 children. We could use another analogy because you got to be kind of nitpicky. We walked into the bar and cosmetically speaking, everyone's an 8 out of 10 or better in terms of appearance. You're going to struggle to figure out who to talk to. Everything is good to go. You're digging deeper into the personalities. Yusuf, there's nothing bad here. This is gonna be a common theme when I'm listing through a lot of these players. Everyone is weekend league approved. Just absolute tanks, cops and robbers, heroes and villains, good money and good counterfeits. He does have 86 acceleration and he's 6'1". Might not be the quickest with the lateral movement. Zakaria, this guy is no joke. Would not be fun to take to a comedy show. I just used him the previous weekend league. You might have seen that video. Monster in the midi. Also, you can play him as a center back. Viable, but he held down that midfield and was reliable like a good French. I meant good wrench or State Farm or like a Trader Joe's. Maybe CVS, Costco, Tesco. I don't know how to attach placement of widely accepted storefronts in Europe. Can we just throw IKEA? I don't know. I co-signed Zakaria heavy. And that's number 15. Erickson, first off, only blessings. I saw that he put out a picture and kind of a statement just thanking everyone for all the support. Great sign. He'll be back to playing before we know it. At least I have a feeling that that's the pathway that he's on. You never know when crazy, horrific, terrifying events happen, but I'm very relieved that he is now putting out messages, taking pictures, statements. He's communicating. This foot item in particular is kind of limited to positions. He's either going to be an attacking center mid or a traditional center attacking mid role. Hazard, greater than Hazard. Another situation, we can pull up the stat check. Difficult to critique unless I'm calling out some levels of fraud activity, something reading between the lines, or that isn't technically written on those lines. Then this ends up being a preference choice in league links, and that's what I was talking about earlier with a lot of these players. It does come down to what do you need, how you evaluate them, and your overall feel in game. I will say with Hazard, his attacking position could be better. He's got a bit of a work rate issue. That high work rate is for your striker. They get tired quicker. And I don't always find them checking into space the way that I prefer. Gullivan enjoyed the foot freeze. Christmas, one of my favorite seasons. Underrated in general. Now this one, we got the extra helpers. Whether you're gonna run him as a midfielder, a fullback, a center mid, versatility is there. The skill moves, the finishing, back and forth. He's gonna give you complete gameplay. And he only costs 70,000 coins. Might even get cheaper. 99 sprint speed. Jota, fantastic FIFA player. I'll just start out with a side note. I also believe that Portugal is going to be making a run this year. Could be slightly slept on in the Euros. Should not be slept on, but just a statement. A lot of the Portuguese players improved since the last Euros. If you're going through some of the mainstream and the mainstays, the premium quality. Jota has a body type that's not my favorite. And his previous foot items, they weren't killers for yours truly. But I seen the selection, a placement. I played the weekend league. I saw the usage rate. I noticed the difference. This one has shifted. Sanchez, 250K. Premier League, you're not paying the tax. This is maybe a tax write-off. This isn't about value, but I have eyes. I can look at measurables. I can define. We can research. We can discuss. Some of you might prefer the likes of Zakaria as a center back over Sanchez. And I talked about this early on. Heavy interchangeability with a lot of these players. Serge, now, big fan. I can't not talk about the elephant in the room with the 84 sprint speed, but his foot freeze, woo, always got busy. It's busy, has been busy. 9 to 5 plus the extra time or the overtime. Has those Sancho symptoms, unfortunately, but at this point in FIFA, he really should have received that Bundesliga push through, that Sancho upgrade like team of the season. And I did mention I used Serge last weekend, or if I didn't mention that, I'm now reiterating, and he was still viable. Selective footwork, he's very particular, tight windows. They call him the locksmith. Verratti. This is the Italian Conte with skill moves and an offensive package. This is the guard dog, but he's leaving the backyard. He's not waiting for you to get to the doorstep. He's bringing it to your house. It's an unfortunate fate if you run into the Verratti. Some of the quickest lateral movements in the game, side to side. I'm actually disappointed his defense is only an 85. I think that deserves a 90 plus. Florenzi, relatively similar. We're going back-to-back Italians. Of course, both in the legal. There's some similarities, but Florenzi is stronger, larger, faster, not as offensively inclined, but I prefer him on the defensive end. Foden, first off, expect that price to reduce. He's young, he's talented, he's arrived on time. Let's drop some life advice. We'll use that moment. Things to do while you are young. Prioritize you. Get yourself in the gym, get the sleep that's necessary, even though I don't sleep a lot. Build out what you're looking to build out. This is not the time to get married. It's not the time to have children. It's the time to prioritize you. Travel a little bit. Stop caring about how people perceive you. Be yourself. Expressive. Havertz. Adjust Kai Havertz's height. I've got a picture. It's with way back. I know way back. 6'2", all day, every day. Kai Havertz, monster. Monstar. Space Jam. The guy needs to be 6'4", 6'5", and then we're dealing with some sort of Ibrahimovic mix-up. That's where we're going. That's the hybrid that I'm trying to manifest or put out there into the universe. Laurente Vamos. 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 Where are you playing him? He's got the 3-star skills, 3-star weak foot, but he's one of the few players that's proven to be able to deliver even with that clear hindrance. And he's in the 90-plus crew. Is he wasted as a right back? Should he be a center back? I've always liked him as a center mid or a holding mid. You're spoiled for choice, and we're not talking about milk. Thank goodness. Don't mess up your cinnamon toast crunch. Acuna. Matata, all the stats you could ask for. I was really struggling actually going through some of these different players because not only do you see the prices, you see the ratings, you see the positions, you have so many stats in the correct places that you start to think, well, what do I need? How should I incorporate this player or players? Do they fit into the type of way that I'm looking to express myself on the virtual pitch? Griezmann, this is the first time that he's been usable. Also, with France being France, the reason the price tag is higher is because people are expecting growth and plenty of it. This could be one of those 5-star foot items depending on results. And I'm making that point, I'm explaining this initiative because it does impact his overall price. You're paying a higher toll currently for Griezmann because folks are anticipating that upgrade because he plays for the French national team. We didn't want Griezmann previously. This is the first time that he's gonna be in full-on action. Vinicius Jr, we're dealing with a prime Pele type of player. Hold on. You see the stats, 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot, 99 acceleration, sprint speed, agility. You already know that he's gonna be moving, grooving. The only negative that really jumps off the page is that 82 composure. Not loving that, but everywhere else, I'm not even worried about the 75 strength. Price tag, I do think that he will reduce. I could see this foot item going for well under 3 million coins, maybe even as low as 2.5 mil, maybe in that range. I'm just projecting, but I think it's a realistic expectation. Thanks for watching. As always, if you enjoyed it, slap a like on the video, get in the comments section, share with your people, share with your friends, make some phone calls. We upload daily and I have a lot more content coming out ASAP.